Once upon a time, in a quiet American town, there lived a kind and poor woman with her 3 sons, Ethan, Jake, and Lucas. They found happiness in each other, their life was difficult, and money was scarce. Seeing their mother struggle, the brothers set off to find work. Ethan was the youngest child. He traveled to a nearby city and found work with a kind carpenter named Mr. Thompson. For an entire year, Ethan learned the craft of woodworking like cutting, sanding, and assembling furniture. When the year ended, Mr. Thompson gifted Ethan an old wooden table. "This isn't an ordinary table," the man said with a smile. "Whenever you are hungry, simply say, 'I am hungry,' and food will appear by magic." Ethan was amazed and thanked the carpenter before setting off on his travels. He journeyed from one city to another, and carrying the table on his back. Whenever he felt hungry, he placed it down, by a river, under a tree, or in a bustling town square, and spoke the magic words. Instantly, a feast appeared, filled with delicious meats, fresh fruits, warm bread, and sweet treats. As he traveled, he shared meals with strangers, and making friends along the way. His kindness brought joy to many, and wherever he went, people marveled at the magical table. After months of adventure, Ethan suddenly missed home. "It's time to return to my mother," he thought. On his final night before reaching home, he stopped at a small house where an elderly man lived. "May I stay here for the night?" Ethan asked. "You may, but I have no food to offer," the old man replied. Ethan smiled. "That won't be a problem. You can eat with me." He placed the table down, spoke the magic words, and, just like that, a wonderful feast appeared. The old man was astonished. That night, the old man revealed his true nature. He was not kind, but jealous. "I want this boy's magic table," he thought. "With it, I'll always have food, and I can sell it for profit. I'll never go hungry again." While Ethan was asleep, the old man sneaked into his room, carefully took the magic table, and replaced it with an identical-looking one he had crafted overnight. It appeared the same, but held no power. Satisfied with his trickery, he placed it beside Ethan's bed. The next morning, unaware of the switch, Ethan carried the new table on his back and continued his journey home. When he finally reached his mother's house, she was overjoyed to see him. "What did you do while you were away?" she asked. "I worked as a carpenter and made tables," Ethan replied proudly. "And I have something special, a magic table." His mother frowned slightly. "It doesn't look like much," she said. "But it is magical," Ethan assured her. "Watch this. I'll show you." Eager to amaze his mother, Ethan invited the townspeople to witness the magic for themselves. He set the table down before them and confidently said, "I am hungry." But nothing happened. No delicious food appeared. No magic transformed the table. The crowd chuckled, then laughed outright, murmuring among themselves as they walked away. Ethan felt humiliated. Frustration and anger burned within him as he realized the truth. The old man must have stolen my magic table. He was devastated. Without his gift, he felt lost, betrayed, and uncertain of what to do next. Unable to bear the disappointment, Ethan ran away from home and returned to the carpenter's shop, where he had once worked. As he sat in frustration, he decided to write to his brother Jake, hoping he could help him reclaim what was stolen. Jack read Ethan's letter, which told the story of the magic table and the jealous old man who had stolen it. Meanwhile, Lucas, the second brother, was working in a distant village for a kind-hearted man. He put in a year of hard work and earning his employer's trust. At the end of the year, the man gifted Lucas a donkey. "You can't ride this donkey," he explained, "but it's a special one." Lucas raised an eyebrow. "It's small." "Why is it special?" "Because it's magical," the man said with a knowing smile. "Place a box beneath its mouth and say the magic word, Bricklebat. Gold coins will pour from its mouth, and filling the box. You will never be poor." Lucas was astonished. "You are very kind," he said gratefully. Excited by his new treasure, Lucas traveled across cities and countries, and he felt always joyful. With his magic donkey, he lived in luxury, dressing in fine clothes, dining at lavish restaurants, and staying in grand houses. Whenever he needed more money, he simply said Bricklebat, and gold rained from the donkey's mouth. After several months, Lucas longed to see his mother. "I should go home," he thought. On the last night before reaching home, Lucas stopped at an old house, the same house where Ethan had stayed. The jealous old man was still there. "Can I stay the night?" Lucas asked. "You may," the old man replied with a sly smile. "But I need money for your food and bed." Lucas was surprised. "Money? You can have plenty." He sat down and ate a wonderful meal at Ethan's magic table. When the old man demanded payment, Lucas reached into his coat, but found nothing there. "Wait," Lucas said calmly, "I'll get some." He took a box and stepped outside, and heading toward his magic donkey. The old man, still consumed by greed, quietly followed Lucas to the door, and careful to remain unseen. "Where is he getting this gold?" he thought, his mind racing. "I'll watch him, and when he's asleep, I'll take his treasure." Outside, Lucas placed a box under his donkey's mouth and said the magic word, Bricklebat. Immediately, gold coins poured from the donkey's mouth into the box. The old man was hidden in the shadows, he could hardly believe his eyes. His mouth hung open in astonishment. "I need that donkey," he thought. Late that night, while Lucas slept soundly, the old man put his plan into action. Sneaking outside, he found an ordinary donkey and swapped it for Lucas's magic one. The trick was perfect, Lucas would never suspect a thing. The next morning, Lucas was unaware of the deception, loaded up his donkey and happily continued his journey home. When he arrived, his mother was overjoyed to see him again. "What did you do while you were away?" she asked. "I worked hard for a kind man," Lucas replied, "and he gave me this donkey." His mother looked at the small creature and frowned slightly. "It's a small donkey," she remarked. "Is it at least strong?" "No," Lucas admitted, "but it's magical. When I say the magic word, gold falls from its mouth." Excited to show off his treasure, Lucas invited the villagers to watch. Everyone gathered curiously, and waiting for the demonstration. "Now, watch this," Lucas announced. He placed a box beneath the donkey's mouth and confidently said, "Bricklebat." The crowd held their breath. The donkey simply blinked and stared at them. Nothing happened. No gold. No magic. The villagers burst into laughter. Lucas stood in shock, his face turning red with anger. The old man tricked me. He realized. He stole my magic donkey. He was furious and humiliated. Lucas ran away from home and returned to his old job. Determined to set things right, he wrote to his brother Jack, telling him everything, the magic donkey, the greedy old man, and how he had been deceived. Jack, who worked as a woodcutter, read Lucas's letter carefully, his mind already turning with ideas on how to make things right. Jack worked hard for a year, chopping wood and carrying heavy logs through dense forests. When the year ended, the woodcutter, pleased with Jack's dedication, and gifted him a beautiful wooden box. Jack opened it and found a simple stick inside. "Thank you for the lovely box," he said, confused. "But I don't really need a stick. I'd rather put something nicer inside." The woodcutter smiled knowingly. "It's no ordinary stick. It's magical," he explained. "If someone is unkind to you, this stick will help. Just say, 'Stick,' it will come out of the box, and it will jump out and defend you. When you say, 'Stick,' it will go back in the box, it will stop." Jack was intrigued. He thanked the woodcutter and began his journey home. The old man's last trick. On the final night of his journey, Jack stopped at the same old house where Ethan and Lucas had stayed. The jealous old man welcomed him, and offering him food. As they ate, Jack shared his story. "Did you know," he began, "that there's a magic table? You say I am hungry, and it fills with wonderful food. And there's also a magic donkey. When you say Bricklebat, gold pours from its mouth." The old man's eyes gleamed with greed, but Jack continued, "But I have something even better than the magic table, or the magic donkey. It's in this box. Nothing in the world is as good as this." The old man's heart pounded. What could possibly be better than gold or food? He wondered. "I must have it." That night, as Jack slept, the old man crept into his room. Silently, he reached for the box, his fingers just brushing its surface. Suddenly, Jack's eyes snapped open. "Stick, out of the box," he shouted. The magic stick leapt out with incredible speed, striking the old man over and over. He stumbled, and trying to shield himself, but the stick continued its relentless punishment. "Stop! Please," the old man cried. Jack crossed his arms. "Did you steal my brother's magic table and donkey?" The old man hesitated before nodding fearfully. "Stick back in the box," Jack commanded, and instantly, the stick obeyed. Jack wasted no time. He forced the old man to return both stolen treasures. He then took the magic table, the magic donkey, and his powerful stick, heading home with everything intact. The old man cried out as the magic stick struck him over and over, on his arms, his back, and even his head. He tried to run, but the stick was relentless. Give me the magic table and the magic donkey, and I'll stop the stick. Jack demanded. Yes. Yes. You can have them. Stop the stick, the old man pleaded. Jack was satisfied, and he gave the final command, stick, back in the box, and instantly, the beating stopped. Trembling, the old man returned the stolen treasures, and knowing he had been defeated. The next day, Jack carried the magic table, the magic donkey, and the stick home. When he arrived, his mother was overjoyed to see him. "What did you do while you were away?" she asked. "I worked for a woodcutter," Jack replied. "He gave me this stick." "A stick?" his mother asked, puzzled. "Why would he give you a stick? You can find sticks anywhere." Jack chuckled. "But this one is magical. If someone is unkind to me, I say, 'Stick,' out of the box, and it jumps out, striking them until I say, 'Stick,' back in the box. That's how I reclaimed the magic table and donkey my brothers lost." His mother was amazed, and quickly wrote to Ethan and Lucas, and telling them the incredible story. They rushed home, eager to reunite and celebrate. Jack's mother invited the entire village to their house. Everyone gathered around the magic table and feasted on the wonderful food it provided. And before they left, each villager took home a bag of gold from the magic donkey's mouth. From that day on, the old woman and her 3 sons lived happily, never knowing hunger or poverty again. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more heart-touching, real-life inspired tales, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a story. Your support means the world, and I'll see you in the next one.